Learn and Lab, Watch Along, number 3. I think that's probably the name I'm going to stick with. It's not super catchy, it's kind of long, but it's straight to the point. We are learning and we are labbing, and you get to watch me learn and lab at the same time. So, similar to last time, already got the video pulled up here, timestamped a bunch of things I want to look at very quickly, and also just have my list of notes. So, again, quick pats on the back for how we start. Good stuff I think I did this set. I'll move this off the screen in a second. Let's sneak this off. Good stuff I did. 5 minutes and 30 seconds. I finally landed a double Frizer combo. So I'm going to put that over here. Ooh, just moving some screens around. Cool. Double Frizer combo. Yay. And I even start mashing 5A because I'm so happy after that. That's something cool I've been trying to work on. Other notes I had for quick wins, better OD usage. I've been using it more defensively to try blowing through stuff on wake up to get through OD situations. Round start just so I can get a jump start on stocks, and instead of just losing it every time I want to burst. So I thought that was good. Better DPRC conversions and also anti-air when in GA conversions. Throughout this set, there were some times where I would DP and then RC, and then if it hit, I would get the conversion into knockdown or more stocks. That's always something good to maximize, especially with this character. And other things I had, I was trying out some new tools, mainly just trying to get the execution down for them, not using it in like the best situation exactly. But near the start of this round, I was trying to do the 2366C. So there we go, dashing 236. And there I land one, but not the best situation to use it in, but getting the mechanics down for that's going to be something important over time. So I thought that's good things just to be testing out in matches. Alright. With that out of the way, let's talk about combo stuff. I'm not going to include combo related stuff in these videos going forward, probably because it's just a lot of stuff you can do on your own, or I can do on my own for that matter. I'll just take a quick note of some things that I did for combos. I felt like I was doing pretty good on a lot of routing. The only thing I needed to work on was using 214B in some situations where the distance was too far. But overall, I was getting my 623C knockdowns more than my 623B knockdowns when I had the right starter, which is really important. Also, good routing awareness. Again, keep squeezing out the maximum for stocks and knockdown. And maybe I should learn the TK236B route. That's one I've been avoiding, but always adds 2 more stocks to the end of your combos and can really get you to 8 stocks from round start practically. So that's just something else I can be aware of. Okay, now into the learn and labbing part. So, general ideas, or let's start with matchup specifics. So first thing, what does Bullet's drive and passive do? I don't know what her drive and passive do, so this is the first thing I'm going to check. I know she gets heat and then she runs faster and she gets extensions, but that is about all that I knew about that. So let's bring up the wiki. This is a good resource. Always, always, always a very good resource. So here, oop, there we go. Had to move tabs again. Right here. Drive lock-on. By holding down the D button, Bullet creates a growing orange circle around her. If the opponent is inside this circle, release the D button to launch Bullet at the opponent. If the opponent is outside the ring, releasing this will cause her to leave the stance. Okay, that's pretty basic. Bullet gains a heat up level anytime she lands a hit with her drive. Oh, At heat level 1, she has an orange silhouette. Heat level 2, she has a red silhouette. She starts the round at heat 0. Okay, makes sense. Heat lasts for 15 seconds. Timer resets each time she gains another level. Bullet can spend heat to perform follow-ups for her drives, specials, and one of her distortion drives. These follow-ups, called engage moves, deal massive damage and open extra combo routes. Okay, I kind of had that in my mind, at least going into this. All drive attacks immediately give heat, meaning you can start a combo at level 0 and still use an engage within it. In heat, all drive attacks do slightly more damage. Okay, that's good to know just for when I'm taking damage. Maybe need to burst something if it might not have killed at 0 heat. In heat, JD and 5D gain full invuln during the travel period. This is a big one. This is something I didn't know about the matchup, but that's a very important one because in one of my notes, I have a question about how do I deal with that JD. Other moves gain new properties in heat, explained below. Overdrive. She dashes much faster. Heat up level does not decrease. Piercing Engage has wall bounce properties at heat 2. Okay. So very basically, that's what she does with heat. Anything else I can grab here with heat? I don't know if anything else mentions it. She can also charge heat using that guard point move. There it is, Afterburner. Use at the end of some combos to get a heat level. Can be charged for 2 heats, but pretty risky, probably because of the length. Has some guard points and can be used against full screen projectiles. Not bad. Okay, and then when she's in a heat, does she have farther dash or faster dash? I don't think that was explained besides overdrive. She dashes much further during overdrive. I don't know if that counts when she has normal heat. Okay, that's something that you can test. Only during OD. Okay, Mango just messaged me. Cool. Only during OD does she get that. Nice. Okay. So that answers... Oh my gosh. I hate Windows. Holy crap. That answers number 1. What does the drive do? Okay, that makes more sense. First thing I wanted to figure out what to do after a blocked 6C, 2 minutes and 43 seconds. Pull the video back up. 2 minutes 43. We'll get close enough and hit play. So this situation, I know she gets to like jump cancel and do stuff. And you did that JD. And I tried 5A and I got owned because you're in heat. And that explains because her passive is when she's flying at you and she has heat, she's invuln. So that makes sense. So the new question becomes, what do I do? And for that, we have the game on another screen. Cool. All right, so let's set up the same situation. Let's give her heat levels also. Install, no. No. Heat up. Level 1. Nice. So now she has heat. All right, and we'll just need to do that string. So let's go back and look at that one more time. What was that string like? "5B, 5C, 6C, JD." 5B, 5C, 6C, JD. And let me just practice jump canceling that. There we go. Ooh, thinking of bullet things. Okay, let's come back here and make sure the AI is blocking so I can set this up. Oh, I completely blew past it. Here we go. Blocking everything. Just normal block, so we can practice this. Okay. And I went a little too far with what I was doing there, so let's do that one more time. one more time. Gotta get that jump cancel. Ooh. There we go. So now we hit play. She goes into it. So let's figure out what we can do here as Izayoi. Might have to hold it a little bit there to get the extra charge range. Let's do that. Okay. Oh, does it whiff if I crouch? So, that's kind of an option. However, I feel like that might only work if you do drive, because then you could jump cancel it and then just fall down with a button. And I'll show that here. So I'm not going to crouch it once you've gone into the air. So, if you are going into a drive, I can probably just wait. Oh, but then I stood up into it and got owned. So, if I know you're going into drive, I can probably wait a little bit and then just own you for whiffing drive. Oh, maybe not. This might be hard. Oh, wow, it clashes there. Okay, so I could wait it out and then maybe try to punish you on you way down. That seems a bit wonky. Okay, if I jump, what happens? Okay, I have to block that. Doesn't seem like a bad option. Whiffing 5A there gets me blown up because this has invuln. If I DP, it clashes, but I don't think this is always the best scenario. This isn't a scenario I don't want. This is not a scenario I usually would want to engage in. What's a safe way out? Let's try backdashing. Oh, owns my backdash. Okay. Let's try rising 5A. That also catches me because it has invuln. Okay, this is definitely a tough situation to deal with. So I can't mash. I can DP in order to force a clash. Or I can crouch. So it seems like my two best situations in this are crouch. If a drive is coming, I can crouch or I can DP. And then I get like anything on the ground, I think, there. Oh, messed up my DP. Wow, I messed up my DP again. Bruh. What happens if I manage to block this? Oh, it looks kind of safe. Let's check the frame data. So that is JD with heat. Recovery 14. JD varies depending. Okay. On both characters' heights. Someone uses IB or barrier block, you are at a disadvantage. Okay. Sometimes it'll even clash with reversals. Yeah, we can see that now. Keep in mind, you can be thrown during the travel. Oh, you can always be thrown during the travel, and you will lose to matches during the startup. Okay, let's try to beat it during the startup then. This might be hard because of the string. Ah! So I can DP right there with B version, which is pretty safe, all things considered. Let's try throwing it. Oh my gosh, I'm in so much block stun. Oh, I tried, but I got owned there. Oh, okay. This is something I'd have to lab a little bit more. But this seems pretty viable. Oh man, it's such a risky RPS. Oh, I'm getting blasted there. Damn, this is tough. So, basically what I see is a lot of my options here are risky. This is probably something I'm not going to try challenging too much because of maybe the weight of the RPS or life lead. I had to change my options. I'd probably just be fine just chilling here and just waiting until this ends. And then that scramble I can lab a little bit more later, is figuring out what happens after this. In fact, we can set it up here. Let's set it up. So, wait. Jump forward. And then jump afterwards. Okay. Now this will let me see the frame advantage. Oh, let's turn neutral here. Oh my gosh. There we go. Can we block it? Okay. It's still in my favor here. So I can probably just chill. If I want to be ballsy, I can jump forward and throw. I can try this, or I can force clash with this. So there's a bunch of good options. Blocking seems like probably one of my best options here. And depending on your follow-ups, like, that's the important thing here, is that this doesn't just have to be into that JD. Look at that. And now you get to repressure. Now this is where I start thinking, oh man, I don't want to let them repressure for free. Look at this. This is really good. Now I'm thinking, damn, I need to stop him from doing that. And here's where, like, the RPS changes. So I've got a challenge in between there if I want to challenge. I can also probably backdash this. Damn. That's 60 has so much block stun. Oh, can't backdash that, but we can definitely DP. So, again, there's some layers to the RPS there, but let me move on because we spent a lot of time on this example. Next example. 422. What is the situation after Flint Shooter? So, Flint Shooter, just looking at the wiki here. Oh. Here we are. Okay. So, 422, what is the situation after Flint Shooter? Flint Shooter, the normal one, is not that great. You've got to get people to, like, really respect this for it to be useful, and I already have an amazing fireball, so a lot of times I'm not going to try respecting this. So let's show an example. Okay. That's not. Okay. So let's do this string and jump. This will show you the frame advantage here. I'm still decently plus after this. So if you try to do this string and then try to get back in at me somehow, you're going to lose this exchange because I have more frames than you. And then you don't. You lose health and you get stocks on Izayoi. You don't want that. So, ways you can make this more advantageous for you, I'll go into a little later. But I think I just wanted to see if this is ever a situation that's very bad for me, and usually it's not. Unless you are doing a charged one, this becomes a mix-up. Let's do, here we go. So look at the frame advantage on this. Now you have the advantage. Now this becomes a riskier situation for me, because you might just toss out like a 5B or something afterwards, and then I'll eat a counter hit if I try mashing. So On normal flint shooter, I've got my advantage back. It's a safe ender, but that doesn't mean it's one you want to throw out a lot, because you're giving up your turn by ending on that. And you kind of... It can be good under certain situations, but if I'm just waiting, if I'm just chilling this entire time, because I know this is going to come, and then I'm going to challenge afterwards, that's not good. So you can mix it up by doing the charge version, just re-dashing elsewhere instead of going into flint shooter, but yeah, I'll talk about that a bit more later. So, coming back here, what I wanted to see was situation after flint shooter. Advantage for me. And adding that. Okay. And let me pull up the timestamp also, just so I can show that off. 4:22. So there, yeah, I just kind of jump out. I just disengage because I'm like, I don't know what's going to happen here. But now I know the advantage is likely going to be in my favor unless you RC it, unless you do the charged one, or unless you're in max heat. And even then, in max heat, it's going to be like barely plus at point blank. It should be like 0 or +1. So I'll probably still try challenging you. Coming back to the wiki again. What's next? 5 minutes. What is the right answer when bullet goes for the drive high-low? I think I'd already started to figure this one out as well, but here, let's show the situation. That's the high. That's the low. So I'm pretty sure I can fuzzy jump both of these. And I think then the risk comes at whether you try to do the normal drive, that one, instead of the high or the low. So let's look at that string one more time though. So what is the string you go into this with? 5C? 5C? Okay. 5C for both of those. So set the training dummy 5B 5C, and we're going to do that. Cool. Let's test that. Yep, I can fuzzy jump that. And let's test this one. I can fuzzy jump that. So these ones I'm just going to start fuzzy jumping if I think you're doing one of those. So that's where I think the last one needs to come in. And that one will tag me if I'm flying upwards. And even then, probably ends in a decent situation for you, or at least neutral. So you're not stuck on the ground, because watch, if I... Say you go for this one, the low mix. You're dying for this. You will eat a lot of damage for that. So, I think you really need to get people to respect those, and I don't know how. Because it seems like if I'm expecting you to go into a drive move near the end of your string, I'm just going to do this. I'm just going to try to get out of there. And then your only option is going to be to 5D. And even then, that's not going to be great unless I'm doing dumb shit like this. That might blow me up for this, because you'll have invuln when you're in heat and chasing me. So, that's food for thought, and I'll go into a bit more details on that later. So, what else do I have on my list here? 1420, how does that 624C work? I wasn't sure if it was 624 or 426. I thought it was a half circle. And it's 426. Unblockable, throw attribute with projectile info. Okay. So this seems pretty important in this matchup. but I think it's not always the best option. So let me get that move to come out. Okay. This is whiff on... Oh, God. Whiffs on crouchers. Okay. Hits me when I'm standing then? Yeah. Interesting, 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 interesting. Okay. This move is good for some things in this matchup because of that. It'll get you through my fireballs, but if you notice the spacing, you're going to get blasted. I don't think the break version is very good either. Do I do B for break? I don't think this version's great either, if I'm gonna be honest. It has... It might be good so you don't get the whiff. I think that's probably the only thing you can get out of this move. Is, damn, I don't wanna whiff this. So I can maybe get some of the projectile invuln and then stop. The problem with all of these versions is that you're still going through these 21 frames of recovery. So a okay tool, but not always going to be your best. So now that I know this one, I can crouch under, so I'll probably just try crouching more. And then if I see it coming across the ground, I've just got to use something that's not a projectile. I'll probably do 2B, or I'll do it's probably going to be 2B or 236B. One of these, because both those are great starters for me. And just like that, we got hard knockdown. Like, this isn't very hard to deal with on reaction, I think. Look at that. Okay. So, I understand more about how that move works now. Let's see if there's anything else on my list. Okay. So those are all the ones I had for matchup specific. I'll just go through some other general ideas that I want to talk about. These last two are pretty basic, just general things. I don't have timestamps for them. OD awareness and opponent options. Remember that E is a real reversal. Throw routes and throw techs and awareness. Just getting more used to my throw routes and also making sure I know when my opponent wants to go for a throw, how am I dealing with it? So throw routes are pretty easy for this character. Very, very easy. Oh, just gotta get this into my memory more. I even get hard knockdown from that one. So that's a pretty easy thing for me to keep working on. What else? Oh, keeping up the game post 623C knockdown. Here's two timestamps where I freeze up like pretty hard. So I'm just going to show those really quick. 406, 507. So here, 507, we're getting there. So here, I jump over you and like completely whiff. Like this is just me giving up a big advantage. So that's something just stay grounded. I don't need to chase after that. I have a great knockdown. I can just hold you there and do a meaty. Other one I have is around here. Yeah, I like back up and then change stance. If I was more decisive there, that would have worked better. Okay. Anything else on my list? Oh, and then keeping up the game plan post Dragfall. I think I get a safe jump from that. So that's something for me to look into.